Good morning. I'm Principal Cummings, and I would like to thank everyone for coming out today. We would like to acknowledge our School District of Indian River County Board member at this time, Mrs. Terry Barenborg. Thank you for being here with us, as well as our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. David Moore. At this time, I would like to introduce one of our Sebastian River High School senior JROTC cadets, Miss Mia Martinelli. This young lady exemplifies innovation and excellence, which are our expectation for all students here at Sebastian River High School. Ms. Martinelli most recently was recognized as receiving the Legion of Valor Bronze Cross Award, one of the top recognitions for high school and college ROTC cadets. Ms. Martinelli is just one of 22 recipients nationwide to receive this honor. She excels in her naval science studies and academics and is currently ranked first in her graduating class. After graduation, Ms. Martinelli plans on studying engineering and applied mathematics at one of the nation's service academies, with her goal being to serve as an aviator in the military. Without further ado, Cadet Lieutenant Commander Mia Martinelli.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on Patriots Day as we commemorate the 2,977 lives that were tragically lost during the September 11th, 2001 attack on American soil. On today, 19 years ago, individuals associated with the Islamic extremist group Al-Qaeda hijacked 4 airplanes. At 8:46 a.m., Flight 11 hit the North Tower of the World Trade Center. At 9:03 a.m., Flight 175 crashed into the South Tower of the World Trade Center. At 9:37 a.m., Flight 77 strikes into the Pentagon building in Washington. At 10:03 a.m., Flight 93 crashes in a field near Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Most of those who perished during these attacks were civilians, except for the 343 firefighters and 71 law enforcement officers who died in the World Trade Center and on the ground in New York City, as well as the 55 military personnel who died at the Pentagon. The 9/11 attacks not only became the single deadliest terrorist attack in human history, it was also the deadliest incident ever for American first responders. As another year has come, today again we stand in solidarity across our great nation and proclaim, as George W. Bush said, "We will never forget." We will never forget their sacrifice, for on one of the worst days in America's history, we saw some of the bravest acts in Americans' history. We will always honor the 2,977 heroes of 9/11. And in their remembrance on this Patriots Day, we will now have the JROTC cadets of Sebastian River High School raise and lower the flag to half-staff, followed by a moment of silence, then the playing of America the Beautiful by the Sebastian River High School Band, directed by Mr. Chase Jones.
have closing remarks by Superintendent Dr. David Moore.
Thank you, Principal Cummings, and good morning, Board Member Barenborg, students, all that are here today. Today is an opportunity for us to acknowledge and to remember an event that took place 19 years ago. And as described by our student speaker, it was an awful day. But it's a day, as Americans, we never will forget. And it's our obligation as those who were adults and those who remember that time. We all know where we were. We all know how we felt, the pain and the sorrow we all experienced on that day. And it was a tragic day. But in the midst of that day rose heroes, those who were willing to give their lives, those who were to walk into the unknown, to unimaginable, scary times in order to save and help other Americans. And as much as we acknowledge the tragedy of those days, we acknowledge the heroes that at the beginning of the day, they didn't know they were heroes, but did what needed to be done. Our first responders drove right into the midst of that smog or clouds in order to save and help lives, and in the process, gave their own. And where we are today in our own reality, I think it's very important and very powerful to remember how America came together in its darkest moment. Those were willing to come and help and give of themselves, in some cases give their lives to help fellow Americans. Let that message ring true today with where we are as Americans. An opportunity for us to remember that day and know that we need to continue conversations to bring ourselves together, to work together to be one America with one group, all supporting one another. So as we remember today, remember, don't forget, take time to be in reflection what we can do to bring America together in honor of those who gave their lives to help others. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day.